I heard my sister and her friends making bets on when my boyfriend would dump me because I look easy to draw and don't deserve him. So I sent her out to the streets where she belongs. My boyfriend and I have been dating for a year and everything was going perfect. He treated me with love and respect, and I was already convinced he would be the man I marry. That was until my sister started living with us after she flooded her apartment. I didn't have an issue with this since we've always been close. I love my baby sister more than anything. I would literally take a bullet for her with no hesitation. But if I'm being honest, living with her has been sort of a nightmare. She's so messy and doesn't clean up after herself. In just 2 days of her staying with us, she managed to make the whole apartment smell like moldy cheese. She also doesn't respect our boundaries at all. She doesn't knock when coming into our bedroom, which has put a stop to any sexy time we would have because the last thing I need is for my sister to catch me in the act. She also gets in between us when we're cuddling on the couch because she didn't want to see gross couple stuff. My boyfriend obviously had a couple things to say about this, things that mostly included kick her out. He said that she was making it difficult for us to be a couple and he can't stand living in this pigsty. I understood where he was coming from, but I didn't want to throw my sister out onto the streets. She's family and means a lot to me, and if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't want her to throw me out after a few mishaps. That's what I told my boyfriend, but all of that quickly changed when my sister brought her friends over. My boyfriend was at work and I was sleeping in because I finally had a day off after weeks of working nonstop. However, it seemed like my sister didn't know this because she was super loud with her friends and ended up waking me up. So I heard them gossiping about their coworkers and friends, and cackling like witches. I didn't get up to tell them I was there because I was too lazy, though it was a good thing I didn't because they suddenly started talking about me. My sister said she has no idea how my boyfriend is even with me. She said he deserved to be with someone hotter, not someone who looked easy to draw. Then she told them that she hadn't even heard us sleeping together, so he clearly wasn't attracted to me. All of her friends bursted out laughing and threw in their own insults like I bet if beauty was a crime she'd be innocent and she should have been asked to play the witch in Wicked. I'm not pretty by any means because my skin had dry patches and was full of scars and cysts. It did make me insecure, but I looked past it because my boyfriend didn't think I was ugly. But their words got to me and I started wondering if my boyfriend felt the same way. And worse, he was using the excuse of my sister being here to be apart from me. I got in my head and in a moment of despair, all I could do was silently cry. I didn't even want my sister to know I was home because it would make things worse. But then I heard them start betting on when my boyfriend would break up with me. My sister bet a month, her friends between 2 to 4 months, and one of them said that if I really was as ugly as my sister said, she'd be surprised if we lasted another week. My insecurities went crazy after that and I searched up how to get rid of all my problems so that I never had to hear someone else talk about me like that ever again. It took a while for me to find something that targeted exactly what I wanted to get rid of, but I eventually found a bamboo skin quiz that gave me a personalized non-toxic routine by answering a couple questions. After I took the quiz, I got a custom skincare routine with products that all had natural ingredients like rosemary oil, which I realized none of the products I used had that. It would take about a week for the products to arrive, so even though I took the first step into looking nice, I still felt hurt by what my sister said. Things between us changed after that. My sister was my best friend and she knew exactly what she was saying. Knowing her, she would say she was joking, but what's so funny about making me feel ugly and stupid and worthless? She even knows why we're not sleeping together. It's all because of her. I genuinely couldn't stand looking at her knowing she was saying those things behind my back. As for my boyfriend, I refused to believe what my sister said because every time he saw me he hugged me and kissed me. I didn't want to believe that he didn't have any love for me, but at the same time I felt like I'm not worth being with him. I kind of just stopped talking to them because I felt humiliated and ashamed. Instead, I found a safe haven in the products from the bamboo skin quiz and started using the products in secret. After a week, my cysts started reducing and my sister quickly noticed. She looked genuinely shocked and asked how that was happening. I almost told her, until I realized she was asking because of the bet she made and needed me to be ugly to win. So I said I was just washing my face and walked away before she asked any more questions. We didn't talk much after that because I refused to start a conversation and she didn't even bother looking at me. After another week passed, my scars were gone and I got the confidence to talk to my boyfriend instead. When I said hi, the first thing he did was hug me and said that he missed me. He then asked why I was avoiding him, and I told him that I felt like I didn't deserve him because I was ugly. And that's why I had turned to the bamboo skin quiz, to make sure his girlfriend was as pretty as he was. He said that I shouldn't worry about that because I'm the prettiest girl he's ever laid his eyes on. He said I don't even have to do anything besides stand there and look pretty and I'll effortlessly pull him in. That's how much he loved me. His words made me so happy and it made me realize I shouldn't have questioned my relationship. I didn't want to tell him about what my sister said though, because I knew he would kick her out, but I wanted to have the pleasure of doing that. I just needed to live up to her beauty standards before doing that, since I didn't want her to throw my insecurities in my face while I kicked her out. Luckily, I only had to put up with her for another week because by then the bamboo skin quiz products got rid of my dry patches and my skin was soft and hydrated. Even my cysts and scars were gone by this point. So, I went up to my sister and her jaw actually dropped when she saw me. I smiled and pretended like everything was fine, but she started stuttering and asking how I looked prettier than her. Even she was shocked by what she said and tried to save herself by saying that she meant to ask how I got prettier. I told her to cut the crap because I heard everything she said about me and my boyfriend. She tried to pretend like she didn't know what I was talking about, but I called her bluff when I told her that she wasn't going to win that bet she made. Her eyes widened and she immediately started apologizing. She said that she was just joking and didn't mean any of that. I just ignored her and asked if I was still easy to draw. I could see her hold back her smile, which let me know know that her apology was as fake as her. She caught herself though and said that she was wasted and she was my sister, so I should try to be understanding. I told her that her words hurt me and I wish she didn't think that way about me. Part of me was glad she said those things because it led me to finding the bamboo skin quiz and getting clear skin for the first time in my life. But the other part of me never wanted my sister to stab me in the back like that. I told her that I wanted her gone because I wasn't going to let her live under my roof while disrespecting me. My sister then pulled out the crocodile tears, though I didn't fall for it, and just asked her to pack her things. I never wanted to see her again. She could be a stray kid for all I care.